Okay. Now, let's see. I don't know if I see who I'm going to go with next. I think maybe he's in here. I hope. I hope. There you go. I'm coming for you. Hey, Bama. Hey.
Hey.
Looky. We found a cookie.
Hello. Okay, I've got to tell you, I am not ID savvy, so please bear with me.
Oh, hey, from what I saw your videos and I'm like, hey, he's a lot more savvy than I am.
I'm getting there. I don't use IG much, but there are some reasons why I like.
People already know who you are. Oh my gosh, people are already saying hi.
Hi, all. I have a few people coming over to say hi to you, so appreciate that you allow them to. I know you privated your account for obvious reasons, and so I mentioned to them, just let them know, and I let you know, and you added them. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Hope your night's going well. Nice pool. I want to go swimming too.
Thank you. So tell us what you. Okay, I've looked over things. Some things are like so small that I can't read because of the print is so small. So I'm going to let you have the floor and you address everybody that knows what's going on and people that don't know. Because obviously there's a person out there that people need to be aware of, and a lot of people in here already are. Island Mom, we're about to get to that. This is Steve.
Yeah, I ask myself that question every day. Who is this person? Yeah, I'll definitely go into all that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Now.
Yeah, just floor is yours. You do what you do.
Okay, so first of all, hi, my name is Steve McCrae. I was one of the first people to actually unfortunately bring Katie Joy Paulson, who everybody seems to have some issues with around here for many different reasons, unrelated to me. However, my issue with her was that a long time ago, I started a podcast with a guy named Kyle Curtis in 2017. Kyle and I started 50/50. We went to YouTube, a very successful show called the Non Sequitur Show, which was making about $6,000 a month. He had brought Katie Joy on as a co-host, unbeknownst to me. He really didn't ask me about it, but I really didn't have that much of an issue of it, as long as that they were going to do their own thing and not really affect the actual show itself. The channel started, and I think we went live in 2018, and then we got monetized around June, and within about 6 months, the show had about a net value of about $98,000. And my partner decided to actually try to steal the show, the channel, and $60,000 in cash.
Wow.
Now, 30 grand may not be a lot to a lot of people, but 30 grand to me is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. Katie Joy helped cover that up by falsely accusing me of fraud and sexual harassment. I'm having to defend myself against those things for about a year now. I have gone to court. I did go to court with Kyle. I did win. He was found liable for fraudulent conversion, unfair and deceptive trade practices, breach of fiduciary duty, and breach of contract. He's now being held in contempt, and he has to go in June to basically tell the judge why he's not in contempt. So, long story short is that my producer had helped Katie Joy start her channel, so therefore I feel a little bit obligated in the fact, or I'm responsible, I shouldn't say obligated, responsible in the fact that her success on the channel was primarily because she became popular on my channel. We helped her get her started, and she just ran away with it and could not for the life of her get a single story straight. I don't follow any of this stuff. Let me be directly honest with you. People that know me, I see, you've got Without Any Crystal Balls, love her, and Tina is out there. People that know me for a very long time. I don't follow the 90-day stuff, the Teen Mom. I do know a few of them. I do know Ashley Siren. I do know Matt Bauer. How do you pronounce his name?
I don't know. I don't follow that show.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I don't watch reality TV that much, so I don't know any of them. I just happen to know them because of Katie, and we became like Matt and I became okay.
There's a few people that are asking who we're discussing. We are talking about Crystal Ball, Katie Joy. This is a guy that actually started her show with her. So this is who we're discussing.
Yeah, so Katie Joy, as you have found out the hard way, if you speak out about Katie Joy, she will go after you. She'll go after your friends. She'll go after your family. She went after Sherelle from Sherelle's World. She went after Matt Byer from Portman's husband. She went after Tatiana Westbrook. She went over anybody that dares criticize her or points out that she has basically fabricated stories. She has taken stories from the Ashley. She has taken stories from TV Guide. Her sources are non-existent, and there was just recently a pathos writer by the name of Suzanne who wrote a blog called No Longer Quivering that has just spoken out with her. By the way, she's somebody that I had contacted her and we have discussed in depth, and she has said that Katie was let go from pathos writing. She used to write it for a blog called Pathos. She lied about that and said that she quit and took our blogs with her. That is not true. She was actually let go from Pathos due to contractual issues for her writing about things that she wasn't supposed to. That was not in the original contract. And basically they took down her entire blog. Now this was something that was in Ben's blog the other day, something that I've already known, but it was nice to have validation of that, right? But apparently she's gone after you a little bit from what I understand.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And yes, she does throw cats. I posted the video. So yeah, she does throw her cat. But yeah, as far as what she's done to me is, you know, she's accused me of, well, she was hinting around, let's just say, because I did an interview with her regarding my situation. You really don't know very much about my situation. Even though you probably just got a little bit of the taste of what I'm going through because people are
I watched you on Terrell's channel.
Right. Okay. So anyways, she had an interview with me. Well, then she posted some of the screenshots, the text messages, and of course only posted my portion, not her portion of where she was, oh yes, please go do it. You know, and I didn't do it. She wanted me to go after, you know, I was saying that, you know, I had certain people that, you know, I could go easily and get, like, you know, Mike is another guy, whatever. And, you know, she was like egging me on, you know, and I'm like, okay, but you know what? And then all of this other stuff started happening to me and I left that part alone. And I just concentrated on making this page as it is right now, you know. And so now she has joined forces with this other blog page that does nothing but bash me. And now, according to everybody on that blog page, which is all about me, it's all about me. Okay. And it's the lady that's accusing me of stalking her, death threats to her, which I filed police reports. Yeah. I mean, and so she was on her live the other night and people, you know, instantly messaged me. They're like, oh my God, Katie's talking about you. Katie's talking about you. So I go over, I log in, you know, do my thing. I watch her little YouTube for as long as I can stand her fucking voice. And, you know, she's just hinting around that all of a sudden, you know, because all of these other people are claiming that, you know, they're being hacked. Now she's being hacked, that it's me. It's, you know, she was hinting around. And then she posts a screenshot and somebody snaps a picture of it because they went after her in the comments and says, you know, why not try to get both sides of the story because a lot can happen in 3 weeks. And so she deletes it because of the comments that were coming after her about what she posted. But guess what? Like I say, once on the internet, always on the internet. So
right.
I have that.
She tries to delete a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And anything negative in her comments, she deletes. You know, and she calls it, well, if I don't want it, you know, if I don't want it on my page, then I'll just delete. It's my page. Well, then don't post shit.
Well, that's what you described as your typical, and for the people, like I said, they won't really know me. You have some of the people that actually are fans in the audience, but most of them are not going to really know the backstory. But everything you've said is absolutely typical of her modus operandi. But then people, again, that don't know me, I do science, I do philosophy. I have multiple YouTube channels. I interview PhDs, and we have amazing discussions like that. I don't deal with this drama type stuff, and it was really ridiculous when I had to get involved with Katie Joy Paulson And she did the exact same and still does the exact same techniques on me. I've been accused of a hacker. Let me tell you, I know a little about computers. I wouldn't begin to know how to hack. My life depended on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
She uses that same MO on everybody. You've hacked. She's been hacked 15 times in the other day. She was hacked last year. Matter of fact, Without a Crystal Balls has a huge record of all the hacks. Let me tell you, I have some detractors on YouTube, okay? A lot. I've been around 7 years. You pick up some haters, right? I have never been hacked once. All you have to do is have, strong passwords and two-party verification. You've got to minimize getting hacked. So she must have the weakest passwords in the history of humankind, or she's just outright lying. And by the way, she was on air the other night, and literally in real time, she's like, "Oh wait, yeah, they're trying to hack me right now." I'm like, that's not how any of this works, unless you have like,
that's not how that works. Even I know that.
What is it, wire or something that you can have that can? But yeah, it's all bogus. It's tactics that she uses against everybody. She's also accused Matt of sexual harassment. She accused me of sexual harassment, which never happened. Again, I wrote a blog. I believe that you did get a chance to read it. It was one of my highest. I think it was my highest day ever on my blog. That blog is out there, and it is my story. It is the truth. There was absolutely no sexual harassment of this woman. She knows this. She wanted to help cover up Kyle's fraud, so she throws out these bombs, oh, Steve's this, and then she'll do it to other people too, like, oh, well, Amber must be hacking me. None of this has to be true, right? None of it is true, but it doesn't matter, because what it does is it puts you on the defensive. It puts you on the, I have to defend myself against these accusations that clearly are not true, but if people on the internet hear them, a lot of people, there's a small percentage of people that just will believe anything regardless of evidence.
Exactly.
That's what she cultivates. She cultivates an audience specifically that doesn't care about evidence, that doesn't care about facts. She's not a journalist. She has no ability to report anything. But that's what she wants. She wants those people that don't care about the evidence. Because I've been out there for a year and a half now, or whatever it is, saying, hey, where's your evidence for any of this stuff? There is none.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the exact same thing I'm going through with this other person. Because if you've looked over my page, I have nothing but receipts. And
you seem like, do I not have receipts?
Yeah, you've sent me everything. So
I keep receipts. Without a Crystal Balls commentary account, excellent receipts. And by the way, that is not a troll account. Katie Joy loves calling everybody trolls. We're not trolls. I have a 14-year-old daughter. I was in the Navy for 6 years. I did 3 tours in the Gulf War. I don't get my jollies off trolling people. I'm the person that goes around trying to help people not be cyberbullied. Right? But there are people that rather harm than help. And the people that are helping, they will try to character assassinate you to know it. They've called me a rape apologist. They've called me a bigot, a racist. I mean, it's absurd. I mean, I'm like none of those things, and yet you still have it. As good people, we feel like we need to defend ourselves against those accusations.
Exactly. Yeah.
The mere accusations they know hurts us. If those things are just and they're antithetical to who we are.
Right. And that's and that again, guys, I want to reiterate, because he's going through a whole different thing than I am. But do you understand where I say, there's a lot of people like, well, if Amber wants this stuff to end, then she should just delete her page. She should quit posting. She should do this. She should do that. And then it'll stop. Do you honestly think that it would stop?
It doesn't. Well, it doesn't stop. And yet what it does is silences people. Like Katie will go out and she silences people. I've been supposed to be on other channels. I have interviews all this week. Some channels she has got to, and they were like, okay, we're gonna do this because she has threatened legal action. Let me go on record here. I actually have a real lawyer because I'm involved in that lawsuit, which again I already have a partial judgment for. We're just looking for monetary damages at this point, pretty much. He owes me $30,000 times 3 because we sued for trouble damages, and we'll probably get court costs. So it's about $100,000 judgment I'm looking at.
Right.
And
people are saying thank you for your
on different channels, right? But she will try to actively prevent people from having me on, prevent you on, or anybody that dares speak out about her. That's the cancel culture she has, because again, she wants to keep as many people as possible, but there's a lot of people that left her little, and I'm just going to call it, it's a cult-like mentality because that's what she's familiar with.
Right.
A lot of people left that already. As a matter of fact, I have mods that are now on my channel that used to be mods for her because they actually dared question her. And she doesn't want those people around anyways, right? She doesn't want those questions around.
Right.
So the people that question her, she'll block, she'll be moved from her circles, and what's left?
Right.
The people that don't question, right? The people that just buy. And by the way, there's always going to be a niche for that type of system. I mean, that's how a con artist works.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And and I want to address, someone just asked, how does this tie into Lisa? She sides with Lisa. Okay.
Yeah,
She
right.
is, yeah, she is in the 90-day fans full on blast page, siding with her, saying that I'm stalking her, I'm hacking her. I haven't talked to this woman since that interview.
But she'll find her enemies.
Yeah.
Right? She'll find her enemies like Lisa. And I don't know if you want to use that word or not, but she'll find that's kind of what it is. I mean, detractor, enemy, whatever. I mean, I followed a little bit, obviously.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to catch up. And by the way, not a fan of that person, Lisa. I don't watch the show, don't care about the show, no offense. But she doesn't strike me as a good person for some reason.
No, you're right.
That's my opinion. But I was going to say that I actually have an actual lawyer that tried to contact Katie. And I have an attorney, in fact, who's paying for my court costs. He's worth about $40 million, and he's covering all court costs related to the non sequitur suit that I have that he helped cover up.
Right.
Both of them tried to reach out to Katie Joy. My attorney, in fact, got blocked, who she knows for a very long time. And my actual attorney, my actual lawyer, paid lawyer, he can't get one from her. Now, if she's trying to sue you, and she's trying to sue me, and she's trying to sue Sherelle, look, I say come at me. She said she was going to sue without any Crystal's commentary account. She said she's going to file harassment and what was it, a restraining order, and get the FBI involved. It was a civil matter and a criminal matter. She can't talk about it now. Well, the reason she can't talk about it is because she doesn't want anybody asking questions. But if she had any legal recourse with me, my lawyer is like, where the hell is your representation?
Right. Yeah.
Because she doesn't have any. Kyle didn't have any either. He bluffed too, and he went pro se.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, I think he's full of it, but
that's where, a lot of people, they want to, and I want you to get the directions and the oops that she did about the cease and desist. So, okay.
Oh, did you watch that?
Yeah, I did watch that. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Go ahead. I'm going to let you talk about that because that's funny. I'm going to run and grab me something real quick.
I'm having like coffee.
Yeah, go ahead.
Usually I'll have a drink with somebody if I do IG, but... All right, so Sherelle had given me her cease and desist that Katie had sent her. Now, like I said, I have a channel. It's under my name, my real name. Everything I have is public. My ad, everything, literally, I am a public person. Not a public figure, but public person. And so I have a YouTube channel, Steve McCrae, and you can find it. Plus, you can find about 1,000 videos that hate me. Knock yourself out, watch all of them. I don't care. They're so bizarre. I mean, literally, I have one guy that he's just saying, I'm in love with Katie Joy. And I'm like, do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
Oh my God.
I mean, like I have somebody who I do care about. I have for about a year, who happens to be half black, and people are calling me racist. I'm like, I'm the world's worst racist on the history of the planet, I guess,
Oh yeah.
But I did a video that was on her cease and desist, and
you're making fun of it already.
It was comical. Oh my God, it was comical. It's okay. I'm not even exaggerating here. For the people who have watched it, I know I have some people in the audience here. The people that watched it, she included the instructions, right? It was just basically a form letter, right? You download off the internet, a PDF file, you change a little bit of information to it, you send it, and she included the instructions and Exhibit A. It said like, based upon Exhibit A, and then you go to Exhibit A, and it's nothing. It's like empty paper. And I even have a screenshot of that meme that's like me and my co-host going, it's nothing. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm like, first of all, a cease and desist, she has said before that she and other people use cease and desist as bullying techniques. Now, I gave my partner a cease and desist, but it was sent from my lawyer, and we told him, if you do not abide by this, we will go to court. Guess what I did? We went to court, right? I mean, I don't bluff. And luckily, like I said, I've won that lawsuit under a partial default judgment because he didn't do anything. He's trying to have it vacated under no legal grounds. He said it wasn't properly served. That's BS. He's like, oh, well, Steve served the wrong address. BS. First of all, the lawyer served it, not me. And it was the business address. And he admitted he got it served. He said, well, when I got served the papers, and now he's trying to tell the judge, I didn't get served. Well, this is what they do. But this is somebody, her and Katie Joy got along perfectly. The reason being is I think people like this that are sociopaths or dishonest, they flock together, and she will find them. She will go out of her way to find the people that are the most duplicitous, most dishonest, most vile, most morally reprehensible people on the planet, and use them as weapons against her enemies.
There you go.
And I will stand by that, and she can sue me for it all she wants. Does it look like I'm afraid of her? I'm not. And that's what scares her.
Yeah.
You can't bully me.
Yeah. And that's where a lot of my not backing down for my situation goes, because I feel like somebody's trying to bully me. And I'm like, you made a fucking Aries. I'm sorry. I'm not backing down. You know,
I'm an Aquarius. We don't believe in astrology.
But, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm hard headed. And, you know, her best tagline is, I always win. Well, really? Do you know? Because
Lisa or Katie?
Yeah, Lisa said it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
well, like I said, I wasn't impressed listening to her. I don't even know what her deal is. I don't understand the show, to be honest with you. I read about it just like a day ago.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the principle behind it.
Yeah, it's odd.
But
it's
hey,
very, yeah, it's very
it's enjoyable drama. I'm not faulting anybody for watching it. Trust me.
Yeah, it does. It's just this season was a bunch of low life bottom feeders. But anyways, but yeah, but you know, you're right. She attaches herself to the lowest of the low, and that's what she's done in my situation. And you know, like, I don't want, like, she's throwing out accusations, and you know, these are defamation. This is just defamation that she's saying I'm hacking her. And I don't have any clue. I don't care about her. I don't care where she lives. I don't care what she does. I can't stand to look at her videos long enough to even try to find her. I don't even care about her. So she can just leave my name out of her mouth and off the tips of her fingertips, and I'd be okay. Oh man. Okay. Let me see if I can get him back. Now, this is a good interview. Yeah, very good. I don't know if he's on here or not. Oh, request me again. Let's see if you go. Oh. Where'd you go? Yeah, I don't see him in the comment. Maybe he'll come back in. I'll pop back in. If you're in here, pop out and then come back in, and then I'll see you pop back in. Oh, he's coming back. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I've been totally defamed. Yeah, on all aspects. And people that aren't even, you know, related to this issue. You know. Yeah, I got it. 1 minute. Okay, got it. So yeah, you know, this is just something like, guys, this is what these people do. You know, they gang up and it's like an evil force. You know, they gang up with all the bad people that we all can't stand, and then they all slink together like snakes and ball up in this big snake ball. And then guess what? One of them turns on each other, and then they start biting at each other, and then their group falls apart eventually. So, you know, but it takes people like us, like, you know, that are not willing to back down to anybody to, you know, make sure that, you know, they do fall apart eventually. Yes, the good people always prevail. That's it. Okay.
I don't know what happened. I
don't know.
I almost got to Ashley Siren's live feed. I've got her on.
Just know it was a good pause. It wasn't a bad pause stage.
What? She's really nice. I got to tell you, Ashley. I've seen. I don't watch the show. I keep resetting.
There you go.
It's actually really nice. I mean, it's been very important. She started the Facebook group that I'm the admin of now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, not a troll group. Katie Joy's lied about that. Tina, who's another admin in your live chat right now, that's not a troll group. We do not allow trolling. I hate trolling. I fight against trolls. I have videos against trolling and cyberbullying on my channel. That is a historical accounting of basically Katie's revisionism and other things.
Right. Yeah. And guys, I just want to say that before we went live, you know, I verified everybody that he said was okay. And I had 2 people. And do you want to say their names, or do you not care to?
Those 2 that you mentioned earlier, I avoid. And let me tell you why I avoid mentioning them, because all they want is attention. All they want is
that's why I asked you.
Go, oh, look, they're talking about me, and they'll go to their little sycophants and they'll make videos about it. Now, look, fine. And I don't care that they make videos. I don't watch their stuff. But if I can at least minimize it to the point where, you know, I'm not adding to them because they do harm people. These people are actively going after my friends, my people I care about. They'll do it to you. They'll do it to anybody who stands up to them. I avoid mentioning their names. But you can, you know, like, I don't know.
I mean, I just knew that there was a certain guy that kept trying to get added today. And one message read, you know, which I didn't read all of it because I didn't want to open it up to read it because it, you know, it just showed, you know, they were trying to send me a message. And it said, hi, please don't delete it. What did it say? Do not delete this. I am IG police. And then when I looked at the account, there was 0 followers, 0 pictures, 0 everything. And so I just blocked and deleted. And then within a few hours, right before we went live, I got a message from another person that apparently knows the person that I blocked. And they said, hey, why did you block so-and-so? By the way, the guy that you're about to go on live with is, what did the message say? Not good or evil. Yeah, not a good person or something. So that's why I was trying to verify. That's what actually took me so long to get on live.
That you're referring to. I'm sure that Seeker of Truth 777 or Without Any Crystal Balls could probably figure it out. I give you a hint. It's the person who flip-flops all the time and basically kicked me out of the Facebook group and then lied about that person.
Right. Yeah.
So they know why we don't mention that person because all that person wants is attention, and not giving it to them is the greatest form of and
I've learned that too. That's why I asked you, did you want to say their names? Because I don't want to give anybody attention.
They like hearing their name. Again, why? The people that know who they are. But I think it's funny that they will actively. This is what we tell people. Look, they will actively go out and make fake accounts, make soft accounts. They will lie to people. You have witnessed it firsthand, and this is why I do have a following. You know why? Because my followers have experienced. Well, not most, but a lot of my followers have experienced this firsthand. I don't have to prove to them anything. The opposition. Can I say shitty people on your channel?
Sure.
Yeah, the shitty people in the world demonstrated themselves by being shitty people.
Yeah. People are asking, do you know a Maria_IG?
You know, honestly, I know very few people on IG. Now, I did have people message me. I sent you one that I do know that person. And I do know Without Any Crystal Balls, obviously. I love her. And I do know 777. She's the other.
Okay. Well, no, the reason they're asking is that this person is, this person is in everybody's business. And, you know, so if you have anything to do with who we're referring to, you know, Crystal Ball or the person that I'm dealing with, you know, like she's probably lurking. Just watch out for that. They just posted the name.
I'm telling you from experience, it doesn't matter what I do. I could be having a video. I did one on volcanology the other day. We're talking about Mount St. Helens, that the 40th anniversary with a guy named Null, who's a very famous computer scientist / volcanologist. And I'm sure they were looking on that. They will watch. I swear to you, I have people that watch my stuff just so they can find the most minuscule thing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Run a script with, and I'm telling you, they're going to do it to you too. Whoever's running that,
they already do. They're already doing it. Yeah, they will take, like, we had a live one night where it was very heated, you know, and people were saying how they felt about a certain person saying the N-word. And, you know, it was very heated. This person was African American. She was saying exactly how she felt, and they took that and ran with it on this other page. And oh my God, I have a cult. I'm a cult leader. I am a hate page.
Welcome to my world. You know, and it's weird because, like I said, when people seem to have known you for a while, you didn't come out of the blue, right? You just blogging.
No, I literally this page just started this
page. But I mean, before, did you blog or something?
No, never.
Okay. How did you get involved with Lisa then?
Because I am a fan of Before the 90 Days. Well, I was up until this season. But I also follow almost all of the TLC programs, you know, and so the new season was coming up. And so I followed the new cast members like I always do. And, you know, just to kind of get a feel before the season starts of who they are, where they're coming from, to kind of, you know, just get a view of what we're going to be looking at. And I followed everybody on the cast, and my personal IG account is blocked. It's private. And so when I did this person that is the heat of the discussion of everything followed me back, and he's in Nigeria. We were just friends, and this person found out that, you know, we were having conversations. She wanted me to trick him. And
is that the person you interview with, starts with an H?
No, yesterday was Katong.
Okay, Katong. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love watching those kind of interviews, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not a good interview, but but yeah, I mean, you know, and so basically she used me to catfish him, and that's where, you know, it became, I was the side chick, and only the messages that she wanted leaked were leaked, you know, and it made me look like the bad guy when I had the messages of her and I and another blogger going back and forth of saying how to catch him, what to say, what to do.
She will manipulate and connive, and all, like I said, all she has to do is convince people who don't care about the truth. That's all she has to do.
Exactly. And
she will. And she does.
Yeah, and she has. And she put a bounty.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, she put a bounty on my head. She made, you know, and within 24 hours, the woman had my address posted all over fucking Twitter. Yeah. Within 24 hours.
These are all the same type of people. Lisa, Katie Joy, the person that you didn't want to mention their name, the hired gun that Katie's been using to manipulate stories. Like, I mean, these are all the same kind of duplicitous people. This is why they get. By the way, you may not know this, but they actually, a lot of them will sit in the Discord and they will actually. I mean, this is not paranoia. This is a fact. They will actually have machinations in real time and plan these things out. And they will say, this is how we'll go after this person. They target. This is not paranoia, by the way. I mean, there's actual real evidence.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a few of us the other night because, you know, this poster was made, this flyer was made that I was going to go live yesterday, of course. And people were actually coming to me like, oh my God, you know, they're coming. They're all on the phone together right now. Like, oh my God, we gotta post this. We gotta get this. We gotta screenshot this. We gotta, you know, Photoshop this and, you know, just blow her out of the water. And sure enough, you know, my daughter's dad is a criminal because he's an IT tech. You know, they, you know, like hacked accounts and
they'll stalk your Facebook. They'll download pictures. I had one of them to download a picture of me and a friend of mine who I visited in Nashville that I've known for 10 years since she was just about drinking age, I think. I mean, I've known her a long time. She's like pushing 30 now or something. But she has cerebral palsy. She's a dear friend of mine. And they took that picture and they're like making it out to be so much like some creepy stuff. And this is what they do. They'll make a story. And it doesn't matter if whatever the truth is, it doesn't matter. But he has IT skills. He must be a hacker. Oh, he has a female friend. He must be a creep. He must be a child molester. He must be a pedophile. He must be all these. They'll use any word: bigot, transphobe, racist, pedophile, anything they think is stigmatic because it is. And we, as what I would consider to be normal people, just one standard deviation maybe sometimes, but not this 3 standard deviations that we see out there. But we know that they know that we will personally try to fight back on that, which is a shame, but it is something that we as normal people try to do because we realize how stigmatic those types of things could be, even if there's absolutely no truth to it whatsoever.
Correct. Yeah.
And so they waste our time by having to defend against it. This is why Cheshire and I have my new partner. We have a saying. We don't defend against allegations. We defend against evidence. But it's not always that easy, right? I mean, because, again, when you're being called something, you know, you have this ingrained thing to want to fight back.
Exactly, you do, because you know you feel like, okay, here I am, just a normal person, you know, and here this person is with 60-something thousand followers, and she puts a fucking bounty on my head. And for $1,000, and within 24 hours, my address is all over fucking Twitter. So of course I'm going to sit there and fucking fight back. Now the gloves are off.
They'll dox the hell out of you. They've messaged the girl that I'm kind of seeing. You know, they've gone after. She's deleted her Facebook account.
Yeah.
that was one of the conditions for her to like continue with our group. And we socialize on the internet, and I'm going to visit her in Boston in June once this COVID stuff gets over with.
Right.
But we used to go on vacation every 3 months together. She's had to back away a little bit from the internet because they literally had contacted her family.
Yeah.
This is what these people do. And I will tell everybody who gets involved in this stuff, this is not hyperbole. This is not to scare anybody. It is great that people will stand up for what's right. I love virtue ethics. I love philosophy. But I tell you, your bravado goes a lot out the window when you see what these people will do in real life. We'll call the police. They'll harass you. They will send people to do welfare checks. That's a tactic that Katie loves to do. Welfare.
Yeah.
I just was sending the police to do a welfare check. This is how she harasses. This is how she bullies. They will stalk your Facebook page. They will find any photo they could. I had a picture of me that I lost pounds on. That I was pretty proud of. And people were using that going, oh, look, Steve took a picture of himself in the mirror. One picture out of 1,000 photos that I've got, right? I don't do it often, but I was pretty proud that I lost 10 pounds. I even had meal plan.
Yeah, very, very informative stuff tonight. Very, very good stuff. Again, guys, out of negativity comes positivity, and I mean, this is crazy. The lunch lady. Yeah, this is very okay. You're back. Okay, we're gonna go back live.
Okay. Oh, it's okay. We're back.
I'm back. Yeah, I know you're going to get like a 40-minute time limit on IG or something.
But yeah, it's like an hour, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, just like what you were saying, they actually went so far back 5 years ago on an old Facebook post that I had, just an old thing. I don't even have this account. I don't know how to get into this account, but they found this old Facebook page of me where I was doing keto Atkins and I was 280 pounds. They took that picture and they put it on that page. And okay, so they were trying to fat shame me. Okay, well,
that's another Katie Joy specialty, by the way.
Yeah. So fast forward 5 years, I turned that negative into a positive because now I'm a size 10, 12. I lost over 100 pounds, and it backfired on them again because it's just these people are trying to be evil. And it's like, I'm going to turn everything that you do against me into a positive. And that's why I always say, like, out of negativity always comes positivity because, you can find something positive out of anything. And because of that, so many people reached out to me because I posted the now pictures. And I took that post, the same post that they did negative of me. And I said, okay, thank you for finding that because I can't even have access to those pictures. Those were on an old phone. I don't have anymore. So, but here's now, what I am now. And so if anybody needs keto Atkins help, and I had about 60 people that I could help, so. Yeah,
no, there's definitely ways of turning those negatives into a positive. I absolutely applaud you for that because, and they know that, dude. They know that this helps their victims, and that's what I'm going to call them. You're a victim of this. I'm a victim of this. This is people in the live chat have been victims of Katie Joy and Lisa and people just like them. But they also get something out of it too. So even if you benefit, as long as they're benefiting, they're going to continue because they will feed their narcissism. They'll feed their need for attention. This goes back, like I said, at least 8 years that I can track. And so the people like that want this attention. Yes, it's great that you were able to turn that into a positive, and I do applaud you for that. I thought about keto at one time, but it was just too demanding for what lose 10 pounds. You get much body in ketoacidosis, and it changes totally how it functions, right? Instead of doing glycolysis, it's going to go keto. But I didn't want to bother with that because it's a lot more difficult than people realize to get into that.
It really is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I like it because, I'm a Texas girl, so I like barbecue and ribs, and the meat aspect of it was the positive for me. So I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah. What I did was I have a low carb, high protein, medium fat. I did a restricted calorie. But I mean, I applaud people that can do it. It's not easy. It took me a while to lose that. Now I've started to put back on because obviously I didn't go anywhere.
Quarantine. I know.
Yeah, I've just been eating a lot, but I'm not back where I was. That's all that matters. But
right, I know. Yeah, I've got about 15 pounds to lose, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll tell you what I know, what I've done, but I'm not doing right now as I sit here chewing on a Snicker bar.
I like my Snicker bars, man.
Me too.
I gotta have some chocolate every so often.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, so what are the next actions? What are you doing right now, or do you not want to discuss that?
No, I don't mind. No, like I said, I'm a pretty much open book. One of the reason people do follow me is because I've been open and honest and transparent from day one. Everything I've ever said came to fruition. Everything I've ever said has been verified repeatedly. Matter of fact, the people that are my detractors, they harp on the little minor, minuscule things that they think they can take and run out of context with, right? And because they have nothing else. And they'll, like, for example, they'll take one video and they'll take it out of context and they'll show that video 1,000 times. It's
yeah, and that's okay. And I want to say that too, because that's exactly what I've been going through. Because they take, like, there was one girl that was messaging me yesterday, and they were actually in a private message with the person that I'm in this feud with or whatever. And she was like, what do I say? I said, just ask her, say, where are the death threats? If you have death threats, you should have them on your phone. You should have a screenshot. Just send me what you have right now. Show me that she's done this to you. And all she kept doing was sending the same exact screenshots of a Reddit account, same exact screenshots of crap that they posted on their on the page. And I'm like, no. Tell her to send you the actual text messages of where I sent her a death threat on her and her daughter.
The lack of evidence that I'm telling you about. And by the way, what you've experienced is what myself and the people that I care about, my producer, my new co-host, all have experienced this very thing. When we ask for evidence, what people are saying, because they'll message people, they'll be like, hey, we got to tell you about Steve. Literally, my co-host had that happen. The girl I'm seeing, they've had this happen when we first started going out about a year ago. And they said, oh, well, hey, I'm going to be doing a show with Steve here. I'm going to be going to LA and meet Steve. If there's a problem here, I'd like to know what the problem is, right?
Right.
Do you know what they showed them? Nothing. It was all just BS. I'm like, wait a minute, this is nothing here. What is this? There's never any direct evidence. And what happens when you say, hey, look, there's no evidence? They get belligerent. They get irate.
Oh, yeah, because they know they don't have anything.
Understand what's going on here, kind of thing. Yeah, that's what they do. And that's why I keep saying, go ask for evidence, because there isn't any for any of this stuff.
And that's why I keep saying, even on today, somebody was sending me something that they were saying, that, I hacked some no, not today. I'm sorry. This was like days ago, but I hacked a Venmo account. I didn't even know what Venmo was. We use WhatsApp. I mean, not WhatsApp, Cash App here. And so I didn't even know what Venmo was, and I had to actually Google it. And then they started posting, I guess, this Venmo hacking attempts or whatever on this person's page. And I'm like, that's not me. And then it read Illinois and San Antonio and all of these different places. And I'm like, but you know what? I keep saying, this person keeps saying, well, the FBI has been notified. Okay, well, I filled out an IC3 form as well, a long time ago, and I've updated it several times since. So when it all comes to a head and the IP addresses are pulled and my computer records are pulled and all my phone records are pulled and all of this, and it's you that's making the false reports and my end is clear, guess who's going to be clink in the federal penitentiary? Not me.
And by the way, they will do background checks on you. I've already had people try to pull records on me. And guess what they found?
I have zero, and that's the thing. Zero.
What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought there for a second. Because, oh man, hang on. I'm trying to watch the live chat too, by the way. There's a couple of good comments in the live chat. So
I know, yeah.
But, oh yeah, I remember what it was. There's a person in our community who actually did receive death threats. Right? They have the screenshots for those things. And also, the girl I'm talking about, she will be on Cheshire's channel, and she spent the day-to-day compiling a lot of stuff about her story. She is a victim of sexual assault. This has already been out there. She takes, false allegations very seriously.
Right.
And she was victimized because they went after her merely because she was my friend. They try to say that she had, for example, they were using transgender as a pejorative. She's not trans, and if she was, who the hell cares? But they're like, well, Steve's girlfriend, you know, says she's transgender. Well, first of all, she's not. But like I said, even if she was, who the hell cares? Why is that any of their goddamn business?
Right,
like
exactly.
They're using it as some kind of weapon. But this is what they do. And this is, by the way, Katie, who's all full of pride, she's totally using those types of techniques to go after people. These are her pack dogs. This is the same group that she associates with that use rape apologetics as weapons. They think for some reason I'm a rape apologist when my co-host has been a victim. The girl that I'm going out with has been a victim. These are the actual victims that have been silenced by Katie and her group because they don't want to hear from actual victims. They even told my co-host that she wasn't a real woman and that she was a traitor to her gender. Oh, yeah. Because when she dare ask for evidence and wasn't provided any, she said, what is it? There's nothing here. You're just making shit up.
Right, exactly.
About that. And so they've been attacking her ever since. This is what happens. And I'm guaranteed there's people in your live chat right now that they've had this happen to them just exactly as I describe it, just as you have had to describe it. And that's where this is what we need to do is get that story out.
Of course.
This is their method. As you expose their methodology, it loses its sting.
Right. Yeah, and that's what it is. And I'm going to address somebody that just said, show my face. If you want to see my face, it's plastered all over soap dish. It's plastered from yesterday. Instead, I don't have any makeup on, so you can look at my lovely pool, or you can get the hell out of my chat room. That's what you can do. You don't like
I don't understand this. Like, for example, I understand the need for anonymity. There are legit hostile people. I have a guy that, I swear to God, he actually has printed out my face and wears it to cooking, and I think sleeping too.
Right.
These are not normal people. Okay, there are people that have threatened friends of mine. You know, like I said, family. People have gotten death threats. We're not playing around here. These people are psychotic as. Can I use the? I don't want to use the F word, but they're psychotic as F. Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me on this. And so I understand why people do want to remain anonymous. I really honestly do. I don't have that luxury because I've been around for like 8 years, and I'm doing a new show on Reasons to Believe, which is a Christian organization. Even though I'm a non-believer, but we have a great rapport. I mean, I'm out there as a public figure again. Well, I use the word public figure, but public person. And so my life is an open book. I got people going back, 50 years on my Facebook page. Literally, my first babysitters from 50 years ago, right, are on my Facebook page.
Exactly,
I have a huge history.
Yeah,
so I
did boot her.
I see what people do.
I just want to let everybody know I did boot Marie Brandy for, we're losers. So apparently you were a loser too because you wanted to join in so bad. So goodbye.
This is what I mean. This is the psychopathy that they have is that they really think for some reason they'll be able to convince people. And by the way, they will a few. But I think it's more they really think that they have some kind of moral high ground by being shitty people. That's what I don't understand. What makes you a moral person when all you go out of your way to do is harm other people?
Right.
That's not what a good person does.
Yeah. No, and that's the type of stuff that, it's just, I've been facing for the last, it feels, I don't even know. I mean, my God, since February, March, it's been going on.
That's why you told me to reach out to you and vice versa, because your experiences has been very similar. And
and I'm just like, anybody that can help me, like just anybody, I'm like, this is crazy. This is like, I'm just a normal person. I have 3 kids and this is just insane.
Yeah, but when you're thrust out there, right? I mean, you didn't ask to be thrust out. And I noticed that your name popped up with some stories relating to Lisa and stuff like that. So your name's out there.
Yeah.
Right? But you didn't have to become a public person.
No.
What happens is when you do get out there, and look, my name's out there all over the place. But people don't seem to realize that we're real human beings. We're real people with real lives. And this is not some reality TV to us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's a lot different. Look, when you're a reality TV person, you know what you're getting yourself into. We all know it's a lot scripted. We all know that it's played up. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
But my life is not played up. This is legit my life. Your life is legit your life. And when you have these things happen to you, it's not some producer, telling anybody.
Yeah, there's no 65,000 people that I can turn to.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm not a public figure. I don't have cast members that have 125,000 followers that I can run to and ask for help. You know,
Right.
I'm just one person, you know, and luckily this group that has come together on this side, you know, have seen me from day one, pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of new people because this woman kept touting my name just in every single live. And so they all come, you know, because of what she said, you know, and they're like, holy shit, like this is not what we've been told,
Yep.
you know, and they see the receipts and it's like, where's hers? You know, but they don't
have any receipts. We have all the evidence, but
yeah,
oh, I put a
they
shout
hate that. They hate that.
Fine.
Do what?
I got to put a shout out to live chat.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I want to put a shout out to Golden Unicorn, who is a dear friend of mine. She says, and they started accusing Steve for using and manipulating people with similar experiences when all he is being is empathetic. I do have a lot of friends that are empathetic. A lot of people that are caring. We've helped people. We've helped, like for example, they have charity drives. I have collected $0 from any kind of GoFundMe or charity event. Zero. Legit zero. 2 years ago, I gave away 10% of my income when I wasn't even making that much money. I've been screwed out of tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for status. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. And, I do thank the people that are in my life, like Golden Unicorn, 7777, and Without Any Crystal Balls, and some other people.
Right.
That they honestly are in the same situation. This is not for any kind of status. It's not for any kind of monetary value. What they do, what Lisa, Katie, and her groupies do, they're doing it for money, and more importantly to them, they're doing it for attention. Yeah, I do believe that attention to them is more than finances. Well, not all of them. Some actually are just greedy. That's all they want.
Yeah, and, you know, and it goes to show, you know, I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't have, you know, people that click and follow my YouTube channel and have commercials in between and make a profit off of doing these lives. This is not for money. This is just, leave me the fuck alone.
They won't. They won't. Now that you're, and by the way, this is how trolls operate. Once they find a mark, they call them a lolscow, right? They will go after a mark who responds and is triggered by these types of things. Now, I'm not one of those people. I don't bother with them. I don't watch any of their videos. They can't get to me because I don't care. Yeah. But they can go after the people I care about. And that's what they decided to do. This is why I'm back in this, because I was out for several months doing my own thing. But I got dragged back in because Sherelle reached out to me, and she liked, you know, she knew there's a story there, and she had altercations with Katie, so she wanted me to be part of that. Unfortunately, because Katie manipulated the legal system trying to, you know, get Sherelle to back off, that project is dead. But I don't blame Sherelle at all in any way. She's a very, very sweet person, and she didn't put herself into. And I did warn her, though. I did warn her. If you do this, you're going to have people that are going to be after you, and I mean legit after your channel. I've been mass flagged. I had Katie actually do a privacy complaint against the cease and desist letter, claiming that was privacy concerns. That's bullshit. Yes. That's not privacy concerns. Once you email a cease and desist to somebody, that's not your. They can do whatever the hell they want with it. I fought that and I won. They will try to shut down your channel. And Sherelle has a big channel, and I can see why she got scared for that. Yeah. And that's, you know, and, you know, she's, you know, this thing just, it just never ends. And, you know, for that reason, like, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep, you know, until this network hears everybody that has seen the evidence. And this person that has made these people, I'm going to say these people, okay, because now she's done about at least 9 people that I know for a fact with their accounts and everything else. Of course, I'm not going to dox them like I was doxed, you know, on a live. But, you know, there are about 7 people that I know for a fact that are going to be included in this whole thing that is about to go down against this network. And it's because the network doesn't give a shit about who they hired. They didn't do mental health checks. They didn't do criminal background checks. And the person that I'm up against
is a habitual professional cyber stalker harassing, pled guilty to it 4 times.
Oh, so there's a background.
There's a background, and that's what I didn't like about yesterday's interview, because it was irrelevant. No, it's not. When it's happening still today, whether it happened in 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015, and then again, it's happening in 2020,
right?
It's very relevant.
Absolutely is relevant. Yes. Well, these people have experience with this. I'm telling you.
So he didn't want to touch on that. So that's why I felt like it was a very biased interview. And I won't be following him. A lot of people unfollowed him because of that. And, but I'm going to keep talking, like he implied, well, you can get endorsements, you can get paid, you can do this. Are you sure you're not trying to get money off of this? Why the fuck would I put my kids' lives at risk?
Yeah, I don't understand the whole. Again, that's the spin they put on it. I've been on YouTube 8 years. I'm well established. My Patreons don't. In fact, my Patreons generally don't like this kind of drama stuff. I do mean drama as in, look, I don't facilitate drama, but I respond to it every so often. My actual viewers, they're academics. I mean, they're PhDs. I mean, I've had Dr. Lawrence Krauss on. I've had Dr. Mary Schweitzer on. Dr. Donald Popello. I've had PZ Myers. I've had dozens. Dr. Hugh Ross is a friend of mine. I have a ton of experts. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I don't sit around and want to deal with people like Lisa and Katie Joy and their sycophants sicking people on my friends and family because they have some hate boner for me. That's nothing that I really care to do. Yeah, but most of those videos get demonetized. Yeah. So I'm not making anything off there. I'm actually, if you look at the ones I make money off of, those are not the ones.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is that there's been several people that I've interviewed with, Sherelle not being one, I will not say that, but that I've interviewed with just like yesterday. Well, why don't you just stop? Why don't you just take your page down? Why don't you stop? Because you say you've been the victim of something, but you keep going. So why don't you do the same? Yeah. Because you're making money off of it. All I'm trying to do is clear my fucking name. And if that's sin,
why do you feel like you need to clear your name when you've done nothing wrong?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the way we feel, and we get it, right?
Yeah.
When we want to. We feel like we have our name tarnished because that's the power that people like Lisa and Katie Joy have. That's the power they use to cultivate their little groupies and use a narrative like, oh, Amber's such a horrible person. Let's find the most ridiculous thing we can find on her, and we'll make a batch out of it, and we'll blow it out way out of proportion. You know why? Because you have people that think that's actual reality. Watching, and I don't. Again, I'm not trying to disrespect people to watch just reality TV, but there are that small group that think that is actually legit life.
Yeah.
And we all know that, there's something real, obviously, but it's enhanced, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's Andrea saying the same thing. That's what everybody says. But, sorry. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get.
Well, you got support. I'm like I said, I'm going to be. I'm giving you some people's names that you can reach out to. Like I said, I don't know where you want to go with it. I've got tips for you and stuff like that I'll discuss with you off air.
Yeah, definitely.
But now that I found you and you legit have the same kind of story, we have a common bond here because that's what the other side's doing, right? But the other side's doing it to harm people. We want to help people, so maybe we can get some negative, turn this negative into a positive. Yeah. And talk about how to prevent cyberbullying, how to prevent trolling, at least what to do with it when it happens. Because I have videos literally of what to do when you're being trolled, what to do when you're being cyberbullied, and how to critically think and evaluate things properly. Because I got to tell you, the followers that you're up against, those people are not critical thinkers. Those people don't care about the truth. And you have to realize that all they're going by is some visceral emotional reaction that's being basically utilized by psychotic people and sociopaths. That's what the manipulation techniques are. And they will do this. And they're not going to stop immediately.
Who is Master? Master. Oh, okay. If Steve would put up actual evidence instead of just saying he had it.
You've seen my evidence. People in my communities have seen my evidence. I have a blog of evidence. I've got databases of evidence, screenshots. Without a crystal balls has evidence. What evidence are they looking for? Of what?
Yeah, that's okay. I kicked him out.
Because you read my blog. Was there not evidence in that?
Yeah, exactly.
You see my database. I mean, it's weird when people say stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, what evidence are they looking for? Because I can guarantee it between me, Chess, Sweet, Moderator, which is my producer, and without any Crystal commentary account, we have a huge amount of data. In fact, when I was talking to you today, when you asked me about a similar person, how long did it take me to get you like 5 screenshots on that?
Oh God, yeah, it was quick.
And anybody who asked me, by the way, this is again why I have a following. People come to me and they'll say, "Steve, I have a question for you," and by the way, I'll answer their question and I'll give them evidence for it. And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, this works." Now there are people that will sea lion, and sea lying is a typical technique to bully people and to troll them. But the people that are asking for evidence, even though they don't care, right? They're just trying to waste your time by repeatedly asking for things that are already out there. Those people I do not deal with because they are legit trolls.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I do a one and done kind of thing. I'm like, okay, what is it you like? Let's discuss that. That's what I do on my channel. I have discussions. If they are dishonest interlocutor, I'm done with them.
Right.
I do a one and done, and I have no choice because I deal with thousands of people. I'm not trying to just put myself bigger than I am, but I legit get hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000 messages a day.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up. It's so much sometimes.
Right. Yeah. They're saying maybe you should try crying. That seems to work for Katie.
You know, maybe I have tried a channel once because a friend of mine died, and they used that death as a weapon.
Oh yeah. Well, just like yesterday, you know, my oldest son is adopted. You know, he's 24 years old. He's in prison. He made a horrible, horrible mistake one night, and you know, it was, you know, an argument between him and his girlfriend. His girlfriend's parents had money. My adopted son is fully African American. I've raised him since he was 2 weeks old. And abandonment from his mother, you know, that's how I got custody of him. And, you know, this thing was, you know, it's a sensitive matter to me, you know, and so I was very open and honest about, you know, my son's being in prison, you know, and my son is in prison. And then all of a sudden it turns around and, oh, well, look at, you know, no wonder her son's in prison. This and this. And then bam, bam, bam.
Facts behind it, right? It's weaponized.
Yeah. Oh, and then, but today, you know, my son's in prison for rape. First, that's a bold-faced lie. That is not why my son is in prison. And if you're implying that he's in prison because he's African American, again, you're a fucking racist.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what that comment actually meant, but that is not why he is in prison. So I'm going to say that right now to clear the record.
But what they do is they throw grenades out there. They basically are throwing spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah,
because they know that these things will generate emotional, visceral responses to certain people.
Yeah.
That's what they go for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they go for the gut, but then, they go for the gut.
A very big one. Real quick, Katie Joy has multiple stories about her rape that went from somebody groping her in the middle of the night and trying to kiss her to actual rape. And the story had progressed and changed. This is what we're saying. I'm never going to try to say, look, a rape victim wasn't a rape victim in this particular case. What I'm saying is that why do stories like this seem to change? Like Katie Joy's story about me changed 6 times.
Yeah.
There's a record of that, a historical record of that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. When you have a dishonest person who's trying to use rape as a weapon or victimization as a weapon, they'll use things like that. They'll use race as a weapon. They'll use rape as a weapon. I had one person accuse me that I was looking through the camera at them and they thought I was undressing with their eyes and thought that was sexual.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm not even exaggerating here.
I believe you. Trust me, I believe you.
People that do this kind of stuff but I don't know what's worse. Let me ask you this, Amber. What do you think is worse? Somebody who actually does this, whether they believe that or not, I assume that they did actually believe this. This is kind of a person who actually would believe something like this. What's worse? The people listening going, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you know, I feel for you.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's worse. I honestly don't. They're both
I don't know either. I don't know either. Like, it is like, because, you know, you have your people that, you know, you think that are like, you know, they come into your DMs, you know, and then like, you know, they're so worried about you and yada, yada. And then all of a sudden within 3 days, you see them post on another page and they're talking shit, 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 shit. Oh, but I was just doing that to get a rise out of them. How do you know? How do you know? So I kick a lot of people. I kick a lot of people. So I'm like, either stay on this side of the fence or go over there. Because if I see you on that side of the fence, I'm not going to trust you.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, Katie Joy legit did get busted lying about her flag, her pride flag.
Yeah,
That's on record that she was lying because somebody actually got the actual police report. Oh, actual evidence that people asked for. There you go. Go watch I'm Freaking Rakeen, as I believe pronounced her name. She made a brilliant video on this, and it was well documented because Katie tried to get the LGBTQ community to back her up when she said, "Oh, these people came after me and they tore my flag and they threatened me all because we have a gay flag outside." That's nothing like that happened. They got called for dogs barking, right? And she just played it up, and there was basically wear and tear on the flag from normal wear and tear. But she tried to listen to the gay community to back her up, which is what she's done before. She has had the autism community try to back her up. Moms with ADHDs back her up. The gay community back her up. She will use any community that she can manipulate people from. And by the way, these are generally very emotional. I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but there are a lot of people in these communities that are more emotionally driven. That's not necessarily a bad thing, right? At all. I'm more logos, but a lot of people are ethos and pathos driven. But when you have emotionally people like this that are caring, and by the way, I started on YouTube in a transgender community, believe it or not. Okay. Right. Now, I'm not, but you know, I just that's how I got started. So I'm very much pro gay rights and pro transgender rights. Matter of fact, I left the Mormon Church because of their stance on gay marriage. Okay. So when Katie tries to use this against me, it seems odd. But then I notice that she's actively lying to utilize these groups who, again, I have almost a respect for because they will fight for people's rights. If they thought that she legit was being attacked, that her flag was legit being ripped up by people, they would speak out against it because that's what they do. But she lied about it. There's no question about it. It's not even a matter of if she lied. We have the actual report.
Right.
That's what we need to do is collect evidence. That's what I do. That's what Without a Crystal Balls does. This is what you need to do, Lisa. Collect the evidence.
Right. Oh yeah, I've got it all. I've got it all. And more just keeps coming in, you know, because it just keeps, I mean, every single day I wake up to something else that is just added to the fucking file every single day.
Yep.
You know,
it's crazy. So, I mean, the accusations are out there every single day. It's like, where did this one come from? It's like, who has time to even defend against this stuff? I don't even bother. I post some of this stuff because I think it's comical. Like one person accused me of being secretly in love with Katie Joy. I'm like, look, man, no, I never liked that one from day one. And by the way, she even said we never really got along. Why would I be interested in somebody that I didn't like from day one? That's not even a narrative that even makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Right, exactly.
Again, they're dealing with a group of people. They don't care if it makes sense or not. They just go, oh, sure, that's Steve. He's a meanie poopy head because he has a weird philosophy compared to some other people, which is, by the way, I don't. Virtue ethic standard, but I still have people go after me because of my personal convictions.
Right.
You know? Because I'm known as the Pope of agnosticism. I like right in the middle there. And a lot of these people don't like it. A lot of the hardcore atheists don't like it. A lot of the hardcore theists don't like it. And yet they don't seem to understand that my philosophy, my study in philosophy, doesn't change the fact that everything I've said is like the truth, right? I mean, everything I've had is backed up. And so when they go, well, you know, it's weird because I get it from both sides. They don't trust, people don't trust, you know, evangelistic theists, and people don't trust, you know, atheists for some reason. They hate me when I'm neither.
Right, exactly.
So that's why I don't have a dog in that fight. I'm like, look, have your beliefs. I don't care whether you're an atheist, I don't care if you're a theist. I want to talk about the subjects. But what Katie does is she goes after those groups, and she'll use the atheist community as her personal weapon. She did that with atheos. That's why she got let go. One of the reasons she got let go.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So latch on any of these groups. Lisa's going to do the same thing. Watch her. She'll find any group that she can use to try to harm you.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's already happening, but you know, but I'm not going anywhere.
Well, and I hope that you don't. And you seem like you have some fortitude and some resilience. It does wear on you. Look, I've been dealing with this for years. It does. I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't wear you down. It does, but you always have the strength to rely on your friends and people that support you. That's your biggest strength, because they can't go after everybody. They've tried, but it spreads them too thin. There's people in your audience, I guarantee now, they have gone after, but they can only spend so much time on one person because there's just too many right now that are speaking up. And so what are they now? They're going, what do we do? Oh, well, you know what? We're not going to say anything because, you know, we have a lawyer now, and we're going to basically say, look, my lawyer told me not to say anything, which I think is bullshit, by the way. But they're regrouping is what's happening.
Well, I'm going to address this.
And they're going to come back, and they're going to be lying about more people.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is what their modus operandi really actually is.
Yeah. Let me address snatch me immediately. As far as what you just said, why don't I leave her alone? Tell her to leave me the fuck alone. How about that? And then when
you're the aggressor, which is
I seem obsessed with her. No, I didn't put her address and her information for people to go and kill her kids out on the internet. Okay, so tell her that, and then come back and join us. Okay.
Yeah, when they use words like obsessed, a lot of people don't know what these words mean or how they're utilized, right? I'm certainly not obsessed by Katie Joy. I wish she would just go away and never be heard from again. You know, I'd be very happy that she doesn't talk about me, or more importantly, she never talked to anybody that I care about ever again.
Right.
I'd be just fine with that. But people legit are obsessed with me. When you print my face out and you wear it as a mask to cook in, that's pretty obsessive. When you watch everything that I do to try to find something for a video, that's pretty obsessive.
Of course, yeah.
Now, I've had a lot of videos against Katie Joy. Don't get me wrong. She noted that I had 25 videos on her. By the way, it wasn't. It's about 14. But she neglected to mention to her fans that I have 1,006 videos.
Of course.
I have over 1,000 videos. 15 are about her. I wouldn't call that obsessive.
Yeah, exactly.
Well over 1,000, by the way, now. But
yeah.
Words. That's them flipping the script, right? Because these are the bullies, these are the harassers, these are the people that are obsessive. They will use these words to try to label you, and you feel like you need to defend yourself. Don't.
Yeah. I'm not obsessed with shit. I'm obsessed with facts. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Facts.
I love facts. I'm a fact person.
Yeah.
I'm not ironically, I'm not an evidentialist, but I do think facts are ubiquitous. I think they're a dime a dozen, really, but facts are things that are true. And if they're true, then we should try to obtain those things. We should try to believe what is true.
Yeah.
And so that's why I collect the information that I have. That's why Without a Crystal Balls has collected the information she has. Because what Katie does, she'll go back and she'll delete everything. She's deleted her Facebook before. She's deleted her Twitter at least twice that I know of. She just went back. This is weird, Amber. She says she's suing me, but she just scrubbed her timeline or Twitter accounts of me.
Of course. Yeah. Exactly.
And by the way, there's a cool little thing out there called the Wayback Machine. History doesn't forget. I mean, the internet doesn't forget. You can find things very easily. I don't delete anything. People can tell you I have not deleted anything. My videos are still there. The only time I've ever had to delete a video if there's a problem with the video, like I got bombed or something, or there's some personal information on there that somebody else had said that I told them I would pick out. But in that, my videos I don't hide. She will scrub her entire YouTube channel of all mentions of me. She made me an apology video. She scrubbed that. And then she said, I never made a video. I never apologized to Steve. Really? I have the video. I downloaded it. I uploaded it on my other channel. And you know what she did? She struck it. I copyrighted it. By the way, she could. That's perfectly fine. She was in her legal right to do it. I did not fault her. But then she went the narrative, well, Steve knew he was stealing my stuff and he did it anyways. Okay, you can have no principle of charity that you gave me an apology video that I put on my channel, and then you went out of your way to strike, even though I was able to put it on my other channel because we did commentary on their views. I got it out there anyways. They will harass you and your channels mercifully.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. And that is the one thing.
The audience isn't stupid. They know. They've seen it happen.
Oh yeah, they're already. I'm telling you, these people in this chat, in this live right now, like every single troll that comes in, I guarantee you, I just got about 5 screenshots just now, and I guarantee you they're all of who I need to boot from this group right now.
And that's okay, but now it's like, oh look, Amber has an army that she has working for her. And by the way, that's not the case. I don't have any troll army. Never had a troll army. By the way, most people don't do fuck all what I tell them. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like the world's worst cult leader because the people that I associate with are bigger characters than I am. They're alpha personality types. They're like, Steve, fuck off. But I do have people that send me stuff. I don't solicit it. I might, hey, look, can you do this for me? Can you send me this video? But 95% of all the shit that I get are people that say, hey, Steve, we're looking out for you. Here's something you might be interested in. And I think, but I don't solicit it. You can ask anybody out there if I actively have people working for me on anything. I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, because every single morning I get up and it's like freaking Christmas in my inbox. It's just like, wow. Like, okay, now let me snap this. Let me save this. Let me, you got
Reddit, you got Instagram, you've got YouTube, you've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, and then you have your regular email. I spend hours a day, hundreds of messages that I have to deal with. I can imagine you started to pick up a lot too. It's the same thing, right? If you wake up in the morning, and half the time you're fearful what you're going to walk into, right? You're like,
yeah, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to like, let me just drink 2 cups of coffee before I even do this because I know I'm going to see a whole bunch of crap. Just, okay, now I'm awake. And then I open it up and I'm like, oh my God, wow.
Yeah, it's I really wish people would experience what we have to deal with in one day, just for one day. I think they would have a better understanding that we want to do the right thing. But what we do sometimes is abysmal. We have some shitty messages. I have people that miss, like, Steve, you're a horrible human being. You kick puppies. You deserve to burn in hell. Every day I get one.
Oh yeah, every single day. Yeah, I mean, and it's not from my followers. It's from the people that they screenshot saying stuff to me. And it's like, I love you guys.
Read this one to you here. Here we go. This one came in the other day. I'll just read it to you. You are a loser. You're an awful YouTuber. I'm surprised there are that many idiots that would watch you. You are an illogical fool. You think you know logic. You are a prime example of the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Then why watch?
Here's the thing. I actually write logical proofs, and I actually have a page on epistemology, philosophy, and logic. Now, I'm not a logician, but I'm not incompetent, I guess. And I help people understand logical stuff. And people are like, well, you're illogical. Okay, great. Hey, guess what? Logic is objective. If you think I'm wrong, show me the proof is wrong. That's all right. Math. I mean, it's math. Show me the math is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it's like people are saying, yeah, you do have a perfect radio voice. People are like, you have a perfect radio voice.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm not even exaggerating. I never thought in my life anybody would ever say that because I grew up with a speech impediment.
Oh, really?
I went to speech class for years. And I was that one kid that got pulled out of class in like 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. That everybody knew, hey, this guy couldn't talk right. And I felt embarrassed. I mean, I literally hated that time where I had to like leave what I was doing in class and go to speech therapy because I have a hard time pronouncing my R's. And it'll come out every so often, especially when I'm stressed, overcaffeinated, angry, whatever. And so I hated my voice. I literally would not listen to anything with my voice, more so than just an average person who says, I don't like the way my voice sounds. I hated it because I could hear the impediment. I can hear me not being able to pronounce certain words correctly. And I still to this day mispronounce words, and people will make fun of me for it. It doesn't bother me nowadays because I'm a grown-up. But the fact that anybody even wants to listen to me on YouTube, I am thrilled to death on that because I never thought that would ever happen. I never thought I would even give a speech. I took what was the name of the class? Public speaking in college.
Right.
And just like anybody else, I was scared to death the first few times, but after a while, you learn how to minimize your vocalized pauses, your life. And it's telling you, it's one of the best classes I've ever took my entire life. It changed my life.
Right. Right.
So thank you for that comment. It does mean a lot. I'm not trying to get adoration here. It just actually makes me smile. It really does make me
Yeah,
smile.
that's awesome because I agree. I mean, my youngest is 5.5. She'll be 6 soon. And, you know, they were talking about speech for her because of the R's. But, you know, we've been working on it, you know.
Palate exercises with your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So she's getting a lot better.
I would say rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, she's getting a lot better and she's getting more, you know, aware of, you know, and she'll say a word and then she'll repeat it, you know, and try to say the R properly. So she knows that she, you know, she doesn't say it right. So that's a good thing. But, you know, I think it's actually helped her because, I mean, sadly, it's her first year of school, but this being at home, you know, and knowing that she had, you know, that problem that, you know, I could focus more one-on-one than, you know, 15 other students in a classroom.
People less picked on, like, I don't know, I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but I grew up in basically the 80s. And, you know, it wasn't like super bad per se, but like my daughter, she's tall. My daughter is very, very tall, and she was mocked for a little while, but not so much anymore. She's, you know, in high school now. But I'm wondering if things have changed at all. I'm wondering if, like, are kids like still bullying people? Like, I mean, it wasn't really that bad in the 80s, but it was there.
Right.
What do you think nowadays? I mean, you think it's worse, the same?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's probably worse. I think it's worse.
Maybe because of the internet.
Yeah.
A lot more. My daughter knows things now that I didn't even know until I was 18.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think it's worse now.
Right.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah, a lot of people say bullying is worse, and you know, I have a tendency to probably say that's probably true, because, like I said, I think that people, you know, these groups out there like 4chan and LulzCals and Q like that are used as weapons to personally go after people. In fact, guess who does that?
Of course.
Katie Joy. She has accounts on these troll groups. She will actively find people to go troll, and she even has said, "Hey, we need to get Steve and my co-host on these troll sites." She's actively said it. She's not even trying to hide it any longer.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So be wary of that, because Lisa might use those techniques as well if she already has.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sure she already does. I don't know. I'm just. And nothing like I keep telling some, you know, every time I wake up in the morning, you know, I talk to a certain person and, you know, it's right after I, you know, open up everything and I'm like, I'm telling you, nothing else surprises me. Just when I say, you know, there's nothing else that they can do and there's nothing else that they can surprise me with. And then it's like, I open up the Instagram and I'm like.
You haven't got your reptilian alien hell-bent on world domination yet?
Yeah. Oh my God. I just feel like, what the, like, where?
It's surreal, right? When you hear things that people are like, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, I feel like I'm stuck in a fucking Bermuda Triangle. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I just want to get out of this shit. And if you want to get out of it, stop fucking mentioning my fucking name on every fucking interview. That's all you have to do.
You've attracted a psychotic person, and the psychotic person, once they get a target, it's very difficult for them to move on. I have, like I said, people for years have targeted me. Years. I mean, their entire life is dedicated on trying to, quote, take me down.
Oh,
and this is, again, not hyperbole. And you have one. I've got a few dozen. But that I speak from experience, that one person, it only takes one.
Yeah.
And that one person can just horribly change your life.
Oh yeah, no, it's already, she's already a gremlin multiplied at midnight with water. It's already happening. So yeah, one has turned into about 15 that I can pick. Yeah.
They'll multiply. Don't feed them. Don't water them after midnight, kind of thing. Absolutely, they will multiply. Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, it's like every single day I wake up and I'm just like, just when I thought nothing else could happen. Wow. Okay. Again, here we go. Let's start the day. You know, and it's just like, you know, I'm just one person, you know, and it's like, I don't control the world. And yet I get accused of hacking. I get accused of every single comment being me. And it was
How many stock accounts do you supposedly have? I have 2 Twitter accounts. One of them has never tweeted to anybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have literally like 15 tweets total. So it's not like it's a sock account to like harass anybody. It's a comedy account.
Yeah.
But my main one is the only one I use. All the people that say, look, here's one of Steve's stock accounts, or here's one of Steve's trolls. I don't even know who the hell they are.
Yeah. I know.
Don't ask questions. Who they are. I don't want to know.
And that's the biggest thing. It's like, I just, one of the people today, I wasn't even in this comment thread. I didn't know what was going on. And they made an opposing opinion, just saying, where are the facts? Where are the facts? Where are the facts? And all of a sudden it was, oh, hi, Amber. And so that they automatically sent it to me, and they were like, oh my God, now they think I'm you. And I'm like, of course, everybody that has an opposing opinion is
I've got fake accounts. I have some good fake accounts people have tried to say, try to pretend to be me. But there's sometimes ways of obviously figuring out it's not me. I play it smart. I'll give you a piece of advice. And by the way, anybody can use this advice. Come up with a phrase, password, or number, something that give your closest associates. And that if they see somebody in the live chat pretending to be you, because this happens, they can contact you, or they can contact that person and say, what's the code kind of thing, and they don't know. That person is. They know it's not you, and they can tell you if they can't get a hold of you. Hey, this person is pretending to be you in the live chat. It happens.
Oh yeah, it happens.
They will impersonate you in order to fake documents. It happens frequently. Now let me go on record.
Yeah, and just the other day, it happened because there was a live chat that was going, and there was another account that was very, very similar. It was just one underscore different, different of this person's name. Now, I had just commented right above, as fast as these comments were coming in, it was a live session, and as fast as these comments were coming in, I had just posted right above it. And then all of a sudden, oh no, did I lose a man? But right below it was this fake account with the one underscore. And now my comment was posted right above that. Okay. And all of a sudden it was me being put on blast. This is, oh my God, look at what she's doing now. And of course it was the FUN word. So now they were trying to say everything that I've ever stood against on this live or, on this page, whatever, was me now saying this word. And I was like, look at the account right above it. It's me right here. And I screenshot my Instagram. I said, that's me.
It's mortifying, right? Because people will know, hey, look, this is, but this is where they make a mistake. They'll say things that they know that you and I would never actually say. Right, because I don't use certain words. I will never use certain words. I'm adamantly against the use of certain words. And when people will try to make fake screenshots, and by the way, I will go on record, I have never once created a fake screenshot or email to anybody ever. And anybody says otherwise, all you got to do is ask them, well, where's the evidence for this? Guaranteed they'll never get any. I will stake my entire channels and reputation on it. That has never happened. And yet they're like, oh, Steve made fake screenshots. Bullshit. But like I said, they want people to go on the defensive. They want me to go, oh, look, of course I never did. They know that I did it. They don't care whether it's true or not. They just want me to have to defend that. But I mean, at this point, it's like, I never did, and I don't believe that you're the kind of person to make screenshots either, right? Or emails.
No. Yeah, and that's where, that's where I'm really at. Like, this is just, keep blaming me for stuff, because I guarantee you it's going to happen. And when it does, when all the evidence comes out, and I have always maintained that I've never sent this woman a death threat. There is nothing in my Harris County Police Department went through my records. They saw nothing of outgoing to
my Twitter account, Facebook account.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm welcome. Like, welcome.
She sues me, I will subpoena so much crap, and she can subpoena anything she wants of mine.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out. I have legit nothing to be concerned about.
That's where I'm at, because no matter what they want to claim, what they want to say, I've hacked this, I've hacked that. Everything is done on computer, and everything is always traceable. Yep. So prove it. Please bring the FBI to my house. I'm begging you.
I never hacked a goddamn thing. I got accused of hacking. Yeah. I SoundCloud by my partner, and I'm like, what the fuck is SoundCloud? I didn't even know what it was.
I know. I just heard of that.
I vaguely recall that because our podcast had like it was pushing 1 million downloads on Apple. Really good podcast. And there was so many different RSS feeds. You know, we had Spotify, we had iTunes, but I didn't remember what SoundCloud was. But I was like, why would I hack SoundCloud? What the hell does that even mean? And I was like, yeah. But he tried to run with that story. I brought it to the judge's attention. I mean, this is all stuff that shows a pattern. So he's actually in contempt of court right now. But this is what you need to do. You want to show other people that this is the methods they use, and collect people like myself and other people that have the same stories. Right. And the same thing that Lisa and KJ and all these other people do, and go, hey, look, what is it? We're all hackers? We're all we're all somehow master manipulators that have troll armies, that have stock accounts. Oh. Okay, all these people are lying. Tatiana Westbrook had 3 cease and desist against, I think. Well, I think she had 3. I know she had at least 1 cease and desist against KJ. KJ has multiple cease and desist. One of them was from Tatiana Westbrook. One of them was from Jilly Juice, I believe, who tried to sue her, but it was the wrong jurisdiction.
Right.
But find the people that they have actively used these same techniques on, and there's your defense. Going, wait, all these people are hackers?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. And then and again, my criminal history.
Yeah.
My last.
A lot of you have no criminal history. I mean, I would assume.
None. I mean, I have never.
I've never been arrested either. God,
I've never been arrested. My last speeding ticket was 7 years ago. I've never even had a warrant.
I think I had a speeding ticket. Oh, I had a bankruptcy in 2005. Oh my God, they made that public, and I'm like, I talked about that years ago.
Yeah, join the club. Yeah.
I mean, that's the worst you can find on me, by pulling out my criminal record or whatever, you do background check for me, which, by the way, I've never done anybody because I don't give a fuck. But they did on me because this is what they do. This is the bullying and the harassment techniques that they do. And the biggest thing they found was a bankruptcy. That's your issue?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, because my ex literally took cash advances out from my credit card and then hooked up with a friend of mine, and I moved out the next day and left. After 5 years.
I know.
But
I know.
Details,
golden unicorns, like a speeding ticket. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Oh my God, I was speeding. I was I think 12 miles over.
Did you jaywalk too?
Do what?
Did you jaywalk too?
No, I haven't jaywalked. No, I need to cross that one off the list.
Scoff law. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
but apparently,
you want to take some Q&A, because I know it's probably getting late for you. And
yeah, I don't even know how long I got on here. I don't know. Does anybody have any questions?
It's probably 5 minutes before you've got this to start a new one, if you're going to start.
Yeah, probably.
It's up to you. I don't. We can do the next 5 minutes for Q&A. We can start again. I'm wide awake with caffeine, but I know it's late for you, and so I don't want to keep too much of your time.
Oh no, I'm gonna probably take a swim after this, but
So he says, thank you. That's exactly what I want. And
exactly.
I think Amber does too.
Exactly. That's the only thing I'm after. And once the truth comes out, it's a meme page. If you don't like the memes that are on it, don't have your trolls scoping and searching and screenshotting and sending to you, because you're blocked on my page. So don't come over here. There's 50,000 meme pages out there, and they are way worse than mine. And if you don't like it, don't troll. That's it.
Somebody's asking who I am. Just you can find me on Steve McRae on YouTube. You can also find me at the Great Debate Community on YouTube, the bigger one. There's some fake ones out there that have to try to emulate me. Again, trolls that have taken accounts and made the same names. I own the Great Debate Community. I was going to trademark it. But there's no reason to any longer. I don't care about it. But I own www.greatdebatecommunity.com, which is my blog. But I also have a YouTube channel called Great Debate Community. I don't use that often, but you can find me there. But my main one is Steve McRae. I'm also I'm the full owner now of the Non Sequitur Show, but it's not in my name yet because the person who legally stole it from me has not given it back to me. The court has ordered him to do so. He has failed to do so. In June, he has a contempt hearing, and the judge has told him, if you don't do this by our hearing, I will probably incarcerate you.
Okay. Carol is saying, please answer her question. Carol, what was your question? The comments are kind of going fast.
What's the Facebook one? No, that wasn't hers. By the way, the Facebook community, Facebook is without a freaking clue. But yeah, I don't know what her question is.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard on live chats with so many different people.
I know. It
Says, Steve, not an attack, but what do you want to happen? Kick her off the internet? No, I'm not into cancel culture. I'm not. But here's the thing with Katie Joy. She accused me of committing medical fraud and tax evasion. That was bullshit. She believed my partner, Kyle, and she found out that he was lying. He lied about having a lawyer. He lied about having a CPA. He lied about sending my videos to a lawyer that didn't exist. He lied about the fraud. He lied about all this. This all came out.
Oh, yeah.
This is on record.
Oh, what do you think she wants you to answer what you think should happen, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what I think should happen is, again, she apologized for that. She said, Steve showed me the evidence. I realized I was wrong about about Steve committing fraud. I never committed fraud. He committed fraud. That is in record.